What's under there? Ooh, it looks blue. Must be from these guys. Mighty fine posters. Hi guys, 216 Papa Bravo here. Just did a reloading session with 45 automatics on my trusty XL650, and I realized that over the time I've been talking about this thing, it does have a few peculiarities that we need to talk about. One of them is that the feed tube every once in a while will turn one of these shells upside down, especially on 45s. I've seen it on 40 and 9mm also. But here's the deal. What happens is it gets stuck in here, and as you go up on your ram, it just stops. Okay, that means something's wrong. That means we've got to stop and figure it out. Now what I usually try to do is just go down just to here, put my finger in here. I can do this two-handed here, and just knock this over and out of there, so I can continue up my stroke. Okay? Then you'll have to pick the primer out and continue on loading. So that's something to watch out for. Also, I've had instance where I had a crushed case, and what happened is the bullet didn't quite go in there correctly and got jammed, and it wouldn't finish. So you got to be careful when you're doing this not to go too fast. It's good to be fast, but you want to have it so that you can manipulate the machine without forcing things. Another thing to look out for is, I just did that, there's the case, got the dang thing, is that, here's the thing, most 45s have a large primer, large pistol primer. Some of them, and this happens to be a good example of that, is a Blazer cartridge, brass cartridge, with a small primer. And what happens is if you push this too hard on the downstroke, you push it in to set your primer, you can actually crush the primer in here and make it go off. So on your downstroke, just go nice and easy till it seats that primer. If it stops, there's something wrong. Either didn't eject the primer, or you got a small pocket like this one. Now I've had it where the primer did not get pinned out here with a decapping pin, and left the primer in. It gets to the station over here where the primer goes in, and actually left it in there, and then as you go down it just stops, which means again something's wrong. You can't seat the new primer like you're supposed to. So anyway, just want to let you know of that thing. Then on the next thing I want to tell you about is I always take a case gauge, and I case gauge every shell, every cartridge that I manufacture. It should come out looking just like that, flat across the top and not protruding from the bottom on pistol ammo. And it should just slide right out. So if I put one in, it should just come right out just like that. Now what happens when you have one that doesn't do that is it won't feed in all the way. Okay, so that's tight in there, and then it kind of takes a little bit of force to get it out. See, that won't just fall out. Okay. One other thing I do when I use a case gauge is to check for primers. This one is upside down. Okay, so we'll have to tear that cartridge apart. It fits everything, everything works well, but we have a primer that we can't use. So I'll just take it apart. I'll save the bullet, save the brass and everything, and then just discard the primer and reuse it next time. Okay. So, you know, if you take your time with these things and do a good job and not be in a hurry, you can really produce a lot of ammo. You know, this is probably 3 hours worth of work, counting all the setup time and getting bullets out and then repriming and what have you. I mean, it just takes a while, but You know, you can do a lot of shooting with those in 3 hours for that. 3 hours worth of work. So anyway, invest in a case gauge. You know, don't be afraid to get these things. They're kind of pricey. They're $20, $22, whatever they are, whoever makes them. But they're well worth their weight in gold, because if they fit in this, they'll fit in any of your 45s. Trust me. So just wanted to give you a quick update on that. Again, watch out for these small primers. These guys will kill you. And I just take them over here to the trash can, and there they go, because I don't deal with them. Also, make a note of what you loaded. It always helps to know what's in your bag. So if you make a baggie like this that has all your ammo in it, you know what the heck you put in it. So in case it's too light or too heavy, you can fix it. So always make a note of what you made, and that way if you have your rounds, you know, mixed up or whatever. But you know, it's always good to have good stuff going. I enjoy shooting the 45. Anyway, guys, thanks much for watching. You guys have a good time. Hope if you guys decide to get a XL650, you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Another thing about Dillon, I love their posters. All right, guys, have a good one. 216 Papa Bravo, out.